Hello, everyone. My name is Desire Jones, and I'm going to talk to you today about why I feel like working from home is important during the COVID 19 pandemic. Experts have spoken and said that people who work from home versus traveling to the workplace are less likely to get COVID. Over 67 million people globally have contracted the COVID 19 virus, and of those 67 million people, 15 million are from the United States. Is accomplishing the mission inside the workplace more important than your own life? First, we're going to discuss about the current numbers in the United States for COVID 19. Next, we will talk about the effect that the pandemic is having on Americans and American economy. Third, we will talk about how working from home is very much necessary. There has been multiple people in my building that has tested positive for COVID 19. I feel that this puts the other workers and their families at risk because we work so closely and there is no cure for the virus. The numbers in the United States has risen drastically since the first week of March. More and more people are dying and contracting a virus that no one has a cure for. The U.S. now has more confirmed cases than any other country across the world. New York City has reported the largest number of deaths in the United States. Texas and California has the highest number of reported cases. As of December 8, 2020, the CDC is tracking 14.8 million cases being reported in the United States. Almost 293,000 people have died from COVID 19 as of December 9, 2020. This number comes way higher than what was expected, according to a survey that was done on March 11th, where 90% of adults believe that fewer than 100,000 people would die from COVID 19. As this pandemic continues to grow in this country, it is starting to impact our country's economy as well as people's financial situations being severely impaired. The country's economy has taken a hit from every direction. Travel, financial markets, employment, the shipment of goods and services, and also several other industries. The unemployment rate has risen to an outstanding 14.7%, a percent that have not been seen since post-World War II. COVID 19 wiped away the country's 113-month job growth. Businesses such as food places, furniture places, bars, appliance stores, and sporting stores, along with several other businesses, saw record declines in their businesses larger than has ever been reported. These facts help to portray the severity of this pandemic. It tells us how serious it is and that we should view it and treat it as such. Most workplaces throughout the United States, it is impossible to be able to work and maintain the CDC guidelines of staying 6 feet apart. My workplace, for example, all of our desks are less than 6 feet apart. We share a very small office space, so we use the same printers, we use the same refrigerator, etc. There are people that test positive for COVID and has to quarantine for 14 days and then return to their workstation. But since there is no cure for COVID 19, the antibody for the virus is still there. Companies are not hiring cleaning companies to come in and clean these office spaces and restaurants thoroughly enough to expose several people a day. We work day on and day off at my job, and no one comes in after we leave for the day. So who is preparing the office for the workers that are coming in the next day? This is something to think about. I agree with President-elect Joe Biden when he says that we are not prepared enough to begin opening this country. First, we discussed the current numbers in the United States for COVID 19. Then we discussed how the pandemic is having an effect on American finances and also the American economy. And lastly, we discussed how working from home is very necessary. To put these numbers into context, the pandemic has now claimed more than 3 times the American lives than we lost in the Vietnam War. We have to find a way to stay safe. Thank you.